Welcome to our very first Sip and Cozy Pick a Card reading. That's quite a tongue twister. I have my regular iced coffee. I don't have any ice in it right now, but this is what we're sipping on today. It's kind of a mixture I came up with a chocolate Hershey creamer and an iced coffee mixer. So we're mixing up a little energy today, so I thought this would be the perfect drink to sip on while we cozy ourselves right into the cards energy and see what comes up for the month of October. So if you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss all the fun things we've been getting into in the last 2-3 months. It's been quite a journey, starting a whole new branding, same kind of business, different kind of energy, very laid back and relaxed, and just sipping cozy. That's the vibe I was trying to give the new business. And I wanted to pull some of that into the YouTube channel, Moon Air Sipping Cozy Crystals. So today we are going to get into an October frequency. What are we looking at for October as individuals and as a collective? So again, if you're new here, welcome to this new October vibe. If you are a regular, welcome back. I have my Citrus Harvest bundle here that I want to burn. This is going to bring in a very positive vibration with the oranges. We have a little bit of baby's breath, tapping us back into our innocence. As our higher self grows, we are still tapping into that innocence because we don't want to forget who we were when we came into creation as a human being and a soul learning from that human experience. And then white sage for any kind of health or infections or viruses that may be going around for the month of October. We're going to kind of push all that away and say, listen, our health is going to be healthy this month. We're not going to deal with all of that. This is our intentional vibration of pushing that kind of crap away. We don't need to deal with it this month. And we're going to put it in our cute little pumpkin. I couldn't find a bowl, so I went with the pumpkin. It does kind of look like a little cauldron. So as you can see, I do have a cauldron to the right of me, and it has the 3 picks in here that you don't see, but it also has apples. We're going to bob for apples and see what your guides want to add to your reading. So we've got our white light energy pulling in all the angels, all our guides, all the light and love frequency we can pull into this reading. And we're going to cleanse and pull in that prosperity. Now in my bowl, my cauldron bowl, I've got pine for good luck. I've got salt and I've got cinnamon. So cinnamon's going to pull in that prosperity. Salt's going to protect everything we're doing today with all the intentions. And now I lost my lighter. Here it is. And I really don't know where to start with this. I'm just going to do a little. That is brilliant. We're going to sage our little area here. When I go back home, my background is going to look a whole lot different. I'm very sure of that. But for right now, this is my background. I am in my sister's room. I did the best I could with a bedroom. White light, white energy. This is what we're going to work with. All right, let's get into it. But before we start to get in it, I almost forgot, you're going to want to pick your pile. Which pile is really calling to you? Is it pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3? In the beginning of this video, you got a little taste of what that looks like, and right now you get to look at it again. Breathe in the energy, take your time, see what pulls to you. Is it more to the left, more to the right? You can even take a pendulum, put it on top of your phone if you're using a phone, and see where the card circles the most. Where does your pendulum circle the most? Over card 1, over card 2, over card 3. Okay? If it pulls to 2 cards more than 1, that's fine. Most of the time, a pendulum is going to only pick one path because one path is going to be the stronger path for you. I do get a lot of viewers that say that 2 or more piles call to them. Sometimes it's all 3. Just depends on where they're going in life, what they're trying to learn. But the pendulum kind of gives you a choice to stick with the pile, because it's saying this path is stronger than the other two. So pendulum is always a good tool to use when trying to pick the right path of choice. You can do it with clothes, you can do it with crystals, you can do it with your calendar. Pendulums are great tools to kind of help you choose one more beneficial path over another. There's a little sip and cozy tip for you. All right, now let's get into it. Pile one, this is your reading. Pile one, this is your card. It is the Reaper. I know as soon as you see this card, you're like, ah, oh, that can't be good, right? It's the first thought you probably had. Well, it's actually the beginning of a rebirth, a new chapter beginning for you, a new journey that you're going on that you might be finding yourself in the midst of, or just getting an inkling of. Maybe it's just starting to come into view for you. And you're deciding which way to go. That's your life book. You have the life book in your hand and you're deciding which path to take, which choice do I decide on. So, what the Reaper says is for the birth of something new to manifest, the death of something holding you back is inevitable. So, if you've been manifesting a specific path that you've been wanting, you unconsciously have been mastering your path and starting to pull away from things that are holding you back from excelling. Okay. I myself am going through this exact kind of path. So you are not the only one going through it. You are not alone. I am currently going through the same thing. All right, let's pull some cards and see what else your guides want to show us with the Reaper card. First, a little sip. That is some good coffee. These are some decks that I just recently got. I am very excited about them. I don't think that I shuffled this one at all, so we're going to give it a good shuffle before we pick. All right. What am I getting pulled towards here? There's 4 cards I'm getting pulled towards. Actually, make that 5. Okay. Oh. Get up. Okay, there we go. You know what? I'm kind of wondering what that was. The grasshopper. Whispers of your desires are guiding you to trust the unfolding of your story. Again, backing up the Reaper. This is backing up the Reaper because it's saying to you, your story is unfolding. That new journey, that new vibrational picture is coming into view. And you've been wanting it, but now you're kind of hesitant, right? You've been wanting it, but now you're kind of hesitant. You've been vibrating it, but now you're hesitant. Adorn your world with spells infused with purpose and craft, the life you deserve. Again, backing up that Reaper, you are manifesting the life that you've been desiring. That 44 is also jumping out to me. So for, in general, as a numerology number, is about foundation, placing a foundation structure to put something upon. So 4 legs to a table, 4 wheels to a car. This is the foundation structure of your life that you have been manipulating and manifesting. So whether you want this path or not, it is certainly making its way into your life, forming itself, because you've been putting it out for so long that this is something you've been wanting. And now that it's here, you're, I would say, maybe a little nervous, maybe a little fearful, maybe a little scared to jump off the cliff into the unknown of where it will take you, is kind of what I'm getting from your guides. Spring hike, a horizon of possibilities welcomes you. So there's the cliff analogy. It's going to be very curious. It's going to be very unknown, but it's awaiting your soul. And again, you holding your life book in your hand. You hold the path of your choice in your hand, where it takes you, where you're going to go. You need to welcome this energy. It's such a high positive vibration. You just need to, and there's that four again. There's that four of welcoming that path. Okay, let's see the next one. What awaits will water the resilience that evolves amid surrender. And there's that four again. There's that four again. This is pretty intense. It's like they're trying to back up everything they're saying to you. An escape is inviting in the enchantments that seek to come alive. So this has been invited by you. You invited it like a friend coming to dinner or coming to a little gathering that you're having. You are welcoming it. You just might be a little nervous and scared of it right now. But where it's taking you is such a great possibility. Okay, it's taking you to greater heights, it's taking you to better things. Okay, so we're going to put this over here to the side. You know me, I don't like my table messy, so we're going to kind of sort this out so it looks at least halfway organized and decent. Okay, I want to go to these cards. I'm a little unsure about this deck. I don't like gimmicky kind of oracle decks or tarot decks, so this was kind of a curiosity. What's this deck going to be like? So I bought it just for that curiosity, see how the cards will blend into a reading. Okay. So the card that jumps out to me is, yes, this is the right time for you to go after this path. Now, you originally didn't think this path was available to you. You were just like, that's never gonna happen. What? No, get out of here. Can't see myself doing that. I mean, it would be nice, but no. Is it possible? Yes. They're saying yes. And you keep fighting it. I think there's a lot of fear of you going after this path. You're just not sure. I'm not getting surely not. I'm getting not sure. But your guides are telling you, don't place doubt in your mind, because this path is so strong in front of you and you keep seeing signs of it. You keep getting options opening up about it. It's full force coming at you. It truly is. What are some questions that we can ask your guides about this? I don't really like placing a time on things, but I definitely would like to know a little bit more detail about this path. So that's what we're going to pull in right now. Okay. There are two things they want to point out to you. You need to be very calm and centered. Don't get into a routine of doubt and fear, because all that's going to create is a side effect to this manifestation. If you're positive and happy about it, you're going to bring a more high vibrational aspect to that path rather than a low vibrational aspect. It's all in how you perceive it, want to learn from it, and grow from the foundation you created under it. Learn and grow. You hold the chapters to your book, and this new path is going to bring you to a whole new level of growth. You're not going to be, this is what I keep hearing, you're not going to be the same person you were before, and that's a good thing. If I'm going to quote Martha Stewart, that is a good thing. I mean, come on. Path making, forging a path ahead, not being stuck in the maze of your thoughts and wanting but not getting. They are trying to take you out of the maze. They're trying to forge and create this path that you've been wanting, that you've been going towards without consciously realizing you've been going towards it. That's pretty wild. Yeah, they want this path to feel like a soft, cozy blanket. That's why they brought up the amethyst of calm. Okay, so we've got amethyst of calm, and then we've got comfort. They want you to be calm and comforted by this path because it is everything, again, everything that you've been asking for. It's been everything that you've been needing. You know, it kind of reminds me of a conversation I had with Maria today. I went to breakfast with Eve, and Maria and I, were having a conversation. And those of you who don't know Maria, Maria is my guide. I have long conversations in my mind, and you are doing that too with your guide without you even realizing that you're doing that. But you're having conversations with your guide, and her and I were talking about, guys and girls dating and getting married and things like this. Sorry, the dogs started barking really loud. So, me and Maria were talking about relationships. She reminded me that people tend to get into relationships that resemble either their mom or their father, or sometimes both. So they date someone that resembles that learning. And the reason most people do this is because they're trying to learn from whatever trauma was created by that person or persons. So you might be sitting next to somebody and you're like, oh God, they're just like my mother. Or, oh God, they're just like my father. And what you find is either one or the other raises their vibration. Eventually, they no longer need to learn from that person. They've moved past it. So then what you see is a divorce or moving on to someone else, more of their path. They're finding people that they don't need to learn from their parent anymore. And that's what you find. You find yourself in a relationship where you're learning from that person because of some past trauma. And until you overcome that trauma, then you actually pull in somebody that isn't resembling that trauma. So when you date somebody, for example, and you just aren't clicking, it's because they don't represent that trauma. So there's no reason to vibrate with them and hang out with them. So you keep searching for the person that resembles that trauma. And then once you get into it, you start learning it, and then you kind of just over it, right? It's just too much. You're done with it. You've learned what you learned from it. And then you suddenly start noticing other people around you that are not that frequency anymore of learning, or you start dating somebody that isn't that frequency anymore. You're dating somebody different, more vibrationally compatible, where you're not being triggered by trauma or reflecting any kind of trauma from your past. That's the conversation I had. And this is kind of the feeling I'm getting. You've outgrown old frequencies. That trauma has been slowly being healed. You've risen a bit above it. And now you're ready for the cozy blanket, happiness, peace, life. And whether you realize it or not, you've been actually pulling it towards you. And it's coming full force right at you. So now I would like to pull in some charms. Let's see what some of the charms have to say about kind of what's going on. So I adjusted the screen a little bit to give us a little more center room here to kind of show you the charms. All right. What does pile 1 need to know? Okay. Yep. Getting rid of old toxic pieces in your life, half pieces, people. I just want to talk to your guides here. We've got a lot of angelic protection with our little angel here. And we've also got the loyalty of the dog, excitement to be around someone that's more compatible, right? Like a best friend. Here is that love frequency, whether that's love for someone else or love for yourself. You could be starting this path by yourself on your own, which is fine. That's okay. And then putting a nice little bow on the new path, because it's such an amazing present to yourself that you're granting yourself such access to that foundation of happy and joy. This is a resemblance of you having to fight so long and hard and struggle and feeling such tragedy when it came to your heart, how you felt with your emotions, being dismissed by people, you always having to fight for yourself. And if somebody's not going to fight for you, you fighting for yourself, right? So we've got this double, a small path leading to a bigger path. This is what I'm getting. You falling away from little things and big things and starting a new path with a little path that will lead you to a bigger path. So the path right now is very narrow, okay? You kind of have a concept of where it's going, but once you start going towards it, it's going to blossom and broaden to more opportunities, more choices, more decisions that are going to be presented to you. Okay? It's no more having to, how do I want to put this? Rough around the edges kind of people where you're always having to adapt to them and them not adapting to you. Walking around on eggshells around somebody certain, and you need to just break free. It's time for you to feel that kindness and love towards yourself that wasn't being shown by whoever this person is, that you're slowly kind of walking away from them. Fanning the flame and giving yourself a breath, a breather, a chance. This is the fanning of the flame and giving yourself air. I feel like you've been drowning for a while, right? And now this is a chance for you to finally start breathing and feeling something real, something good, right? On that note, let's take a drink. We deserve a little yummy right now. Where do your guides want to take us? Let's see. I'm thinking this deck right here, and then let's pick some apples. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, this immediately jumped out at me. I mean, that's hilarious. That's funny. It looks almost identical. All right. So we've got protection, strength, and affirmation. All you want out of this new path is strength, confidence in yourself, but also protection. You do not want to have to deal with people like you had before. You don't want to have to endure the same kind of crap over again. And I don't see you doing a repeat. This is your final concept of this path. You have balanced out, you've raised your vibration, you're at the frequency to accept new things. This is the path you've been waiting for. So allow it to come in, embrace it, and bring more positive affirmations rather than negative. This is the message I'm getting. How about 2 more? One more. Oh, 5. Okay, movement. Having support towards that movement. Rebirth, starting the new path. Listening carefully to your guides, to the new people being brought to you, and the animal totem I'm getting for you for this new path is the turtle of truth. Truth is about to set you free. Things that you've been wanting to know are going to start being revealed. Truth is coming towards you. But I'm getting this 4 again. But this movement is happening. There's a movement, there's rebirth, and there's the support system of your guides, but also you listening to that support. You have to listen. And the listening is the number 4. I think When you see the number 4 of structure and foundation, it's your guides telling you, we've been telling you something, you're not paying attention, listen closely. So when you see 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, if you see any kind of repeating number of 4 or 4 singular, this is what they're trying to say to you. Listen to the messages we're saying into your mind, the symbols, the signs we've been showing you, because you're not listening and we need you to pay closer attention to what we're telling you. So this is it. The rebirth, the movement towards that rebirth, you being supported by the spirit realm, your spirit team. And sometimes when those people around you that you thought would support you aren't supporting you, aren't showing you love, your guides, God, Jesus, will send you strangers to help support you in replace of those people. And your guides will always show you the way if you just listen and pay close attention to them. Okay? So let's move on to your apples. Oh boy. Okay, I'm picking this one. I'm getting two stuck together here. Maybe one more. Yes. Okay. Now this has to do with your health. I am getting the stomach. Maybe you've been feeling diarrhea, nauseated, not breathing, not feeling life within you. Maybe it feels like you've been lingering outside yourself for a while. Again, digestion with the stomach. And I'm getting things with the mouth. This can be correlated with people shushing you or not allowing you to speak. And now it's kind of coming into your jaw, your teeth, your mouth. If you're prone to bad breath, again, that will go back to the intestines. And I'm getting the number 4 on that again, but I'm getting the stomach is an issue. One of the things I'm going to suggest is a shungite coaster. If you can find a shungite that doesn't bleed or rub off on your fingers, it's a true shungite that doesn't rub off, you can place it in your water and drink it after 15 minutes, and then make sure you cleanse your crystal with soap and water real good, because it does collect, bacteria. But with indigestion or digestion or the intestines, you want to go more yellow jade, yellow quartz. Yellow jade more, I would go more prone yellow jade to yellow quartz. And if you set it up in a grid with a selenite quartz or even a quartz, this is such a powerful grid to create that will just flush out any toxins. Now, I do have to warn you, if you do make a grid out of yellow jade and selenite, or yellow jade and quartz, or yellow jade, yellow quartz with selenite or quartz, or both, and you have to get it in a point piece right in the center, the selenite or quartz, this grid, and I'm warning you now, you are going to be on the toilet for at least a week or 2. I made the mistake and I stumbled upon this by accident. I had made I think it was a shungite, yellow jasper, yellow jade kind of grid with a big selenite right in the middle, and me and my entire team that worked at my shop got diarrhea for a week and a half. And then I started putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh my God, it's the grid. I gotta put the grid apart. Like, I have to take it apart because it was pushing out such a frequency of getting rid of toxins. So you can do a grid like that. You can kick it up a notch and get a shungite, yellow jasper, yellow jade kind of grid with a selenite, and just make sure you're home for a week to do this and just get rid of toxins, because it's going to hit you hard and fast if you're going to set up that kind of grid. If you want more information on certain grids that maybe you want to work with, maybe it's health, or maybe it's love, maybe it's career and abundance, you can always comment below and I can set you up with a little grid information to get you started on how to set that up for yourself in your house to help you along the way. Grids are a great way to do that. I would even go as far as telling you, if you're really interested in doing grid energy, You can always study it, get some books at Barnes and Noble or Amazon on grid, crystal gridding, and learn a little bit more about how crystal grids can assist you on your journey as a soul. All right, let's see if there's anything else your guide wants to tell us. I'm going to go to this deck. It's going to be a final last thought from your guides. Okay. Okay, again, I'm getting that innocence, that youthfulness with the baby's breath, right? But you need a little bit more flexibility. They tell me that you can be truly stubborn, especially when it comes to listening to them. You can be a little stubborn. I think because you're so set in your ways, you're comfortable. You're so set in your ways, you're comfortable where you're at, that change is a little scary for you. But you've been aligning to this path for quite some time, they're telling me. This is a path that's been like in your mind, kind of lingering in the past 2 or 3 years. And now that it's kind of coming into alignment and coming into your field of vision, this is your chance to be independent and use that magical growth of knowledge that you've been obtaining all these years and put it to good use on a new path for yourself. The people that are meant to be there will find their way to you. They will come along and align with you when the time is right. You're not alone, even though you may feel like you're alone. You're truly not. There is at least one person in your life that you can at least talk to about this, that you can get some feedback from. Let's see. Your guide said, you are a wild spirit. You've been tamed too long by certain people and certain energies, and that this is your potential. This is your potential to align to this new path and go after it. This is the time. This is your time now. All right, group one. This has been really enlightening, really interesting. And let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. What are you going to do next? That's what I want to know. Are you going to go after this path? I think I'm going to, because if I was going to pick a pile, I would have picked one. So I'm right there with you. Like, group one fan club, right? Total hashtag vibes of this group. I am definitely feeling the message here, and I have been setting it in motion. I'm a little fearful too. The unknown can be a little scary, but you know what? The only way to truly experience this life, because as a soul, we did come here to do that, is to just take the paths as they come and go after it, see where it takes us. Good luck to you, group one. Group two, welcome. We're going to do a little saging before we begin your session. So I want to start with a clean slate before we do anything else. Here's your card. Give it a little flower agate golden healer energy. That was some wild smoke. Okay. This card tells me that you are being surrounded by certain people, new people, people that maybe found their way back to you that weren't there before. And this is a chance for them to embrace your new energy. They found their way back to you because you're in a field auric energy that wasn't there before. And new people are noticing you. They're noticing you, whereas they weren't noticing you before. You've kind of pulled a certain kind of layer of the veil down around you, where you can be more seen by certain energies that you want around you. You've been pulling them in. So the deck I want to use today is a new one. I just opened it up right before I started filming. And this new deck it's got some really good energy vibes on it. So I want to see where it takes us. Okay. Oops, some of them are stuck together still. Okay. Oh, this one is stuck together as well. Oh, I need that one. I'm getting 3 more. Get this crystal out of the way here. This one and this one. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, I think I can pull this out. Okay. We've got spring rain. What awaits you will water the resilience that evolves and surrenders, creating altars, which you're creating friends coming into your life, you're creating people coming into your life, and you're creating that energy. This is what this is telling me. And this is your life book, right? This is your life book. May you be reminded of the altar within, what you're creating, where the truth of your magic holds all that you seek. You hold the magic that you are seeking, and you are radiating it now, and you're pulling it right directly to you. This is a great card. I really feel really good about this card. I think people that you've dealt with in the past that were toxic, and now you're being presented with new energies that aren't the same. I think that you've overcome that learning, and you're kind of moving in a new direction. I am getting the number 9 with you. So if you've been seeing a lot of 9s, this is a completion numerology number. This is you coming to the end of a cycle of learning right now. That's at least what this reading is presenting. And you're pulling in better energies. Toxic energies completely dying out of your confirmation of completed cycle, right? It's like you are done learning from 4th grade. You're ready to move on to 5th now. You're ready for a new chapter, a new subject of learning, getting new grades. Seek the medicine that nourishes the creative spark awaiting your presence. This is all about you creating what you've been wanting. This sounds very familiar to pile 1, I'm going to be honest. They're just creating something different than you. You're creating support, whereas they're creating a new life. You're creating a support system. There's a fragrance bellowing with the essence of nourishment that is asking for a deep seeking into yourself. Aromatherapy. This is the scent and vibration of others. This is you wanting these people to come in towards you. I know it's a little fuzzy. My camera's acting up. But this is you wanting their vibrations, their soul sense to come around you. And you're pulling them in. I wouldn't be surprised if you and I talk on a regular basis, whether it's through live feeds, whether it's through Messenger, because I'm feeling a close connection to whoever you are. And maybe it's just my soul remembering you in some kind of vibrational way. But I definitely feel this like sisterly brotherlyhood through the screen. Energy goes where it's being called. Energy is going to always feel energy, even through devices and tools. Spring equinox. Spring showers wash over you, revealing a decision awaiting its flowers. You're making a decision and you are pulling the flowers around you. The flowers are a representation of the people you're pulling in. So there's you holding the creation of wanting the right kind of people and the right kind of love and support and compassion that you're getting. And that sprouts with the people around you. And you may not subconsciously know you're even doing this, right? Grasshopper. The whispers of your desires are guiding you to trust the unfolding of your story. You are, you know what I keep saying? I keep seeing you creating a vibrational music composition where you're creating this tone of different vibrational tones and sounds through your soul. And those people are able to listen carefully when they cross you on the street, or maybe you're at a gathering, a dinner, and they're there. that musical tone is being heard by them. And that's what's pulling them towards you. It's the sound you're putting out to the soul. The human body is not going to hear that sound. The soul will recognize the sound that you're putting out. You will always pull in what you're vibrating at. Remember that. You will always pull in what you're vibrating at. Okay? Compositing. It is through remembrance of the past that you create a more prosperous future. You know how things are in the past, and you know what you want now in the future. This is why you are creating those sounds, those particular sounds. Now, those of you who are on the YouTube channel know that I do not like discombobulated cards. So we are going to straighten and organize these and get them out of the way a little bit. Now, where do they want us to go next? These are my charmed cards. We are going to use the charms to get a better picture. Okay, you've got two elements, earth and water, grounding yourself, but always flowing within that grounding and centering. Do you know what's funny? Today, I went to Michael's and got a bunch of journaling things. And I don't really like to journal every day because, I mean, what do you really have to say, right? Some days it's just like, oh, I watch TV all day. Whoop-de-doo, right? So I got reminded by Maria. Maria is my guide. And she said, why do you need to journal every day? Your thoughts, are always thinking. You don't really have to write every day. And I think that's why a lot of people give up writing or journaling because they think they have to do it every day. But she said, no, it's big moments. It's important things going on in your life. You can journal twice a month and still create an amazing journal for yourself to look back on. And that's what you got. I think you're on the same path as me is we are going to create this little journal and maybe you create a little group that likes to read. Maybe it's a book club or maybe it's a journaling club or maybe you join a journaling club or a journaling course where you're making these friends or maybe you join a book club where you're meeting people. There's definitely some kind of creating with writing, reading, being an author with this path. Okay. And maybe that's where your supportive group is being found. Oh, that flew out. Dance and play. I'm getting a lot of like mushroom herbs as well. So you could be dabbling in herbology and maybe putting flowers and herbs into this journal, maybe mushrooms. There's definitely a fairy elemental magic here where you're really enjoying what you're dabbling in. And you could be just starting out learning a little bit about herbs and things. Okay. How about two more? Let's do two more of those. And maybe three of that one. Okay. Let's go to this one first. This is in the same deck. Okay. Curiosity and retreat. You possibly could be taking a retreat in the winter. Maybe November, December, January, February, of where you will journal, where you will meditate, where you will go on this pathway of meeting different people, different frequencies, and you get very curious about the people you're meeting. You're very aware of who they are, and you're also being very careful of who they are. What are they pushing out? What are they getting into? What kind of friends and family do they have? You're really diving deep into the people you're surrounding yourself with. And that's always a good thing, but you don't want to be too cautious that you miss a great opportunity just because you looked at the cover of the book and didn't dig deeper into the journaling that was behind it. Let's see what these cards are. Okay, So you put an offering up to the universe, your guides, that you are sick of being alone or you're sick of being with the wrong people, and your guides started giving you a direction to go towards to bring those possibilities near you. And now you're in the midst of transformation. And again, here is that nine. There's that nine. Ah, there you go. There's that nine. Okay. A little fuzzy, sorry. It's a sacred journey of transformation for you. This is your pathway to bringing different things into view so you can experience them. And I am also seeing traveling, you traveling, going to different places. Not a whole lot of places. I'm seeing two or three in your path. Let's get to the charms and let's see what they have to show. Because I'm getting travel. Okay. Ooh, wow. Making commitments to people that you know will always be there. You're really making friendships, specifically with three individuals. There's two that you're very close to, but there's like a new one coming into play. And seeing both sides to the coin, seeing not only your direction, but their perspective of their own directions in life. Okay. This is also you at a crossroads of deciding who comes into your life, getting rid of old toxic people, and having focused point on new people. Okay. I feel like you are suddenly feeling like you're breathing. You're putting life into your path. When you're around certain people, and I'm getting Capricorn and Taurus and Pisces with you. Those certain energies are around you. I'm gonna do charms, more charms again. I feel like we didn't have enough before. Okay. These people are filling your cup. They're showing you the beauty of who you are. They're showing you direction. Again, you vibrating at their frequency and really seeing them for who they are when it comes to our little flashlight and telescope. I don't really know. I keep getting both with this, that it could be a telescope or a flashlight, shining a light on them and looking a little bit closer to who they are, right? And the compass is again just them showing you the direction, the right directions in life. It's like it's either you're with the bad crowd and they're getting you into shit, or you're with the good crowd and you're enjoying life with what they're doing. You're getting involved in the things that they're getting involved, but they are definitely filling your cup. They're filling your cup rather than leaving it empty, which is what you've been used to. They're also showing you beauty, showing you how beautiful you are when you weren't really getting those kind of confirmations and loving affirmations from others. Let's pull some apples. We're going to go apple digging. Let's see. Okay, that one. Maybe three more. And then I want the top one. And this one. Okay. Okay, we've got feet, kidneys, bladder, having more positive thoughts, and loving yourself. I don't think that you're the type of person that has been really looking at yourself as positive or worth being around. I feel like you've just had certain people in your life that pull you down with the certain words they've said to you. And I'm getting this newfound energy that is lifting you up, making your thoughts more positive, you seeing yourself in a new light. Because the more you see yourself in a negative light, you're bringing on destruction to the body with the bladder, with your kidneys, with your feet not being grounded properly, and you centering yourself in life with decisions that are prosperous and positive. Your feet will be an issue. You will have aches and pains, maybe neuropathy, something going on with the feet. Selenite is great for the legs if you have been getting some feet and legs issue. sleeping with a selenite in bed with you or in between your box spring and mattress where your legs will be will start elevating these issues. When it comes to your kidneys, your bladder, you're going to want to clean out any kind of toxins. Again, I told group one, yellow jade, shungite, these are great stones to help with those areas of the body. They are toxin relieving, cleansing kind of crystals. And just having them around will just wash that out. Especially if you have a lot of the yellow jasper, yellow jade around you, let's just say you'll be in the bathroom quite often. So take a few days off from work to give yourself some time with that. I am also getting a lot of number twos. So 222, 2 is unity. Okay. It's two things correlating, dueling with one another. It could be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. It could be two things coming together in unity, in love, and vibrational harmony, or it's two things combating each other. And what I'm getting is two things combating each other. I feel like your heart wants to go towards something or someone, but your mind keeps fighting it. And then we've got this lower back issue. We've got the legs and feet issue. And we've got the lower stomach issue where you're digesting or getting rid of things out of the body, whether that's through the back part or the front part, the front of the porch or the back of the porch. So there could be these issues where it's just a dark time that you're working through your shadow and earth walking, basically. Earth walking just means the soul has been walking earth through the shadow self and not really releasing. And maybe that's why the journal card came up for you. You're not really releasing your thoughts. You're just, it's like a ping pong back and forth, bam, 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 bam. And if you're dealing with a lot of thoughts, a mookaite crystal is going to help you kind of slow those thoughts down. So you're not analyzing, you're not becoming a fiction writer and making up stories in your mind that aren't true. Getting to the heart of the matter and really allowing yourself the confidence to deal with it instead of putting it in a closet for it to collect dust and not be dealt with, right? It's time to dust it, clean it, get it out of the closet, and deal with it. That's what I'm getting with your thoughts. It's enough ping ponging, and this is why the body is reacting, because you are not allowing the emotions and thoughts to be dealt with. So the body takes on the blunt of what is taking place internally. Anytime we don't take care of the internals of the vehicle, changing the oil, putting brake fluid in, right? The body, the vehicle starts breaking down. It starts showing rust. It starts showing smoke. It starts showing physical things that you need to reroute. Why is it smoking? Why is it rusting? Why is it making that noise? Oh God, what is that noise? Right? Your body is rejecting because it's not being cared for. It's not being loved. What happens to a relationship when you don't feel loved? You start feeling like you need to dismiss that person because they're not giving you what you want. So you start dismissing them, right? You don't want to be around them. Anything they say, you cringe. You want to just get away from them, right? This is what I'm seeing. You keep rejecting, deflecting, dismissing. And it's okay. You're okay to learn like that. But this is a warning to you that things need to be dealt with, and the right kind of people coming in will help you deal with it in your kind of way. You need to deal with it, but let's do it in a way that you're comfortable with. And that's what your guides are saying. We're trying to do it in a way you're comfortable with. And this is the best way we know how to do that. All right, group two, I wish you all the best of luck. Please comment and let me know how your path goes. And if you need any loving support, you can always comment or inbox or Facebook message me on Moon Air. Anything we can help and assist you with, let us know. And if you want a one-on-one reading, more in depth with your own individual vibration, you can always go to moonair.com and get the spirit session, or if you want to talk to loved ones, get the soul session. I don't know if you were on TikTok recently, but I just revealed a pet communication with a live animal. Yes, I talk to the living animals as well as the past. And same with people, talk to their living higher selves and their past selves. But animals have something to say. So if you recently had a loss, let your animal speak to you. Or if you have an animal that's alive and you're like, what the fuck are they doing? What are they thinking? What is going on with them? Reach out. We're going to clear it up and we're going to get to the source of why your pet does what they do and what do they have to say. Go check out the TikTok Moon Air and watch that video. It's kind of hilarious. It's very comical. You got to watch it. It's just remarkable how these animals just view things and just, they're just like us, but people don't really see that. And I love bringing that to my audience and showing them they're just like us. It's hilarious. You've got to watch it. Anyway, I'm digressing. I will see you guys on the next Sip and Cozy pick a card reading. I wish you all the best of luck. See you soon. Welcome, group 3. This is your card, Cranberries. I got some good vibes off this. As soon as I saw it, it's just autumn really came to my mind. The energy of autumn and what harvesting really means. Devour the truth and let it sink into the depths of all that came before and all that will come after. So, for the month of October, I'm seeing this outpouring of truth coming to you. You may be journaling, you may be reading some books on discovering who you are in this world, what will become of you in the future. I feel like you're going on this journey and you've been going on it for about 2 years. And I want to see exactly what they're getting into. This is a little vague, but I keep seeing the number 1 for you. This shows me a number 1. This is an independent path away from the collective a little bit. I feel like you're the person that isn't really on social media too much. And if you are, you're searching very important things. And I think you've been really learning from discernment. You're starting to catch on, oh, that's AI. That's not even real. Like, that's so stupid. Why would anybody post that? I feel like you're on that path of really seeing the truth before you and you're not getting delusioned by other entities or other energies that may try that on someone else, right? I feel like you have your wits about you now. You're getting the wits about you. You're being more aware. You're noticing a lot more things, and you're getting to the truth of what's truly going on around you. Not so much on a collective, but definitely on an individual level. And that number 1 is also more of a positive thinking too. I feel like in the past maybe you would have went more negative with things, and now you're on this more positive, relaxed vibration where you're just like, eh. All right. The grasshopper of spring comes forth, and he is showing a desire of you unfolding a story and revealing decisions that have been on hold for a while. I feel like there's 2 cards here and they're stuck together. This is a new deck. I just literally opened this deck right before I started the video. I haven't seen these ones yet. Chicks and Community Garden. There's no greater power than the light that lives on through acts inspired by the heart. To be in a community is to be part of something greater than you could have ever imagined. I believe truly that truth has led you to certain people and you're slowly creating a little community without even realizing it. And you're getting to a greater power. You're seeing things. So like her with the chicks. There's a gathering of geese on top. There's a gathering of chicks in her. So this is the collective. This is you as an individual. These guys are going a certain way. You're going a certain way. I feel like you're getting away from the geese of social media and you're gathering your information, your collective. There's the collective and then there's your individual collective that you've been creating. You're creating this little community for yourself that you want to be a part of, that you feel has worth, has truth, and you have this perception of what that should look like for yourself. This is not a warning, but a caution for what lingers. And I'm getting the number 2 with this because this is a unity. This is you with someone else and coming together and making this community. I feel like you feel like the world is coming to a certain degree. So if you would put a pot on the stove, it gets to a certain degree of hotness, right? It gets steamy, gets hot, boiling, bubbling, and you know when to get close to it and when not to. And I feel like you feel Earth right now is at a degree of almost boiling. It's not fully there yet, but you don't want to be in the crossroads or the firing squad of that. So you've been gathering slowly a harvest gathering of people that see things the way you do, that understand how the world is becoming, and you kind of all just want to gain information on how to save yourselves from it or avoid it in a sense, right? So you've created this little teeny community. It could be just 2 of you right now, but you're starting to migrate or pull in other people with different vibrations, with different aspects that they can bring to this little community. You may be even being like pulled to look at tiny houses or how to grow your own food. You're definitely going on this path of just discovering who you are, making a path, making a path, forging. That to me is collecting food, canning, learning how to make your own food. The chicks could be that pathway of harvesting your own food, that you're not, you know, waiting on grocery stores or the government to ruin it for you. You want to make it yourself. You're becoming more aware, like a curious cat. I see you doing a lot more meditation or just sitting still. I do see you out on the back of a porch or on a porch. You have a drink in your hand and you're just taking in the sounds. I see trees. I see a swing. I can hear wind chimes. There's a big tree out back. You're just taking in the sunlight, the noises, the sounds, the vibrations, and you're just still. That to me is meditation. I think a lot of people think meditation is you have to get on YouTube, get headphones, and listen to a meditation. No, just simply being still and listening to what's around you in your sacred environment, you're in a stillness of meditation. You're listening to your thoughts more rather than the thoughts of social media or what others have to say. I am seeing a lot of luck with things that you're growing yourself, whether you started doing it already, in the midst of it, or kind of gathering information. I do see great prosperity, abundance, and luck with that path. It is the right path for you. Creativity and growing strength in that great creativity. So I do see you starting something new, and it doesn't have to be harvesting. I just see you starting something new, and the more you do it, the more strength and confidence you get within it. So they're telling you keep going after it, because the more you practice it, the more you're going to become an expert at it. You're going to become a pro. And I again see that prosperity, that abundance. Book magic, learning and growing. You are gathering information to pretty much master. That's the word I was looking for. Master that creativity, mastering that new path of something you're starting and getting into. And you get such joy out of that path. There is such joy and excitement sitting down and even doing it or discussing it, getting books on it, right? This is a creativity that will bring healing. You not only enjoy it, you are also actually healing yourself with it without even knowing it. It opens up a communication to you where you felt closed off before, or maybe there was people around you that made you feel stupid for even discussing things like that before, but now it's more open, it's more allowed, it's more accepted, and you can now use it in a more advanced way where you're not being looked down upon. I'm seeing a lot of rainbow colors with you: yellow, teal, green, blue, pink, purples, every color. And there's this internal caring for yourself because of it. You're caring about yourself more. A newness, a fertility of new, something new is surrounding you in your sacred space. Okay, let's do the charms. I just want to see what the charms have to say. I am going to pull a couple of these. I'm not too sure about the stack. I got the stack thinking that it would be kind of, I was very curious about it. I don't know if I like it. We're gonna pull maybe 3 cards from it, and we'll see what it does. I might have to do a little bit more energy on them. Maybe that's why I just don't like them. Once my energy goes onto the cards, then they work perfectly for me. Your cards do the same, you just don't realize it. They do that for you. I love this. They're really working for me now. It is a possibility. This is a possible path for you. Yes, yep, it is the right path. You're going towards the right path. I know you've been kind of questioning, is this the right thing? Is it going to bring me anything, any benefit? Yes. And your guides have been showing you answers within the cards. Today, these are your answers to those questions. Let's get to the charms and see what they have to show us. Okay, I keep getting this, but I need one more. Oh, wait, I feel like there's one more. Okay. I feel like I missed some charms. All right. This is you taking a closer look at yourself, seeing yourself through new eyes, having a lot of wishes coming true. There's people listening to you like they weren't before. You're getting a lot of people paying a closer attention to you. This is your life book. You're taking a closer look at your life book as well and what you want to do. You've been doing a little bit more shopping, and it might have to do with this new adventure you're on. So I do see money coming out of the purse, but I also see money going back into the purse. So you're fine with that. There's a lot more love coming to you. Your world is getting smoothed out, getting, I don't want to put this, balanced, more aligned. The frequencies on your little reality planet that you're in are getting smoothed out. You also have an animal around you. I'm getting like a fox or squirrel, something that has a very bushy tail that acts fast or runs fast. It could be both, or some of you on here may be seeing more squirrel, and some other ones of you are seeing more fox. Okay. And the fox is more cunning on the path, whereas the squirrel is more cautious and more caring. The fox is always going to be curious, but creative in the way it approaches things, whereas the squirrel saves up, is cautious, doesn't take risks. So some of you are on one end and others of you are on the other, or some of you may be teeter-tottering between the two. You're kind of figuring it out, which is fine. Some of this is going to resonate with some of you and others it's not. Take what you can from the reading that does resonate, because when it resonates, your guides are talking directly to you. So take what resonates and leave the rest at the door. It's for someone else, okay? This is how you decipher. And I feel like I'm missing something with the charms. Hold on. Uh-oh. That's not good. Broke my teacup. Okay. Here's your life book again. It's coming up again. You resonating at that new creative path. Pulling in more faith. I am also seeing more prayer, more Bible study, maybe a daily affirmation that you're getting with some kind of Bible themed book. Again, the 2 or 3 people that are around you that are designating this community creative path, I'm seeing art, I'm seeing like painting. Maybe you're doing wine and painting classes, but I definitely see some wine, laughter, painting. There's just a creative gathering. You may be going like to little mini courses with certain people that you love to be around, and you guys are laughing and you're getting into pottery, or you're getting into some kind of art form, whether it's like painting or clay, or I just see creative, moving your hands, working with your hands, making something of your own, but having fun while you're doing it. Again, having that a little tea, sipping cozy time with your friends. I can't believe that broke. I'm gonna have to get a new one. My little tea, my little sipping cozy teacup or teapot is broke. No, no, no. I should have known better with glass though. There's a lot of metal in here. But I digress. Anyway, I am definitely seeing you tapping into your life book. You got a double life book here. I feel like you're refining your life book though. You went from tough situations, rugged, rough around the edges, to smoothing out, making things more safer for yourself, more comfortable, more aligned. And that's the new book, okay? So I think you started out a little rough, but now you're smoothing things over with your path. Let's go to your apples and see what we get. Ooh, bobbing for apples, bobbing for apples. What are we gonna get? Okay. All right, I'm getting one more. Okay. This one is your pineal gland, your heart being affected in the past is what I'm getting. Muscular strength, exercise. What did I say about the hands moving in art? Come on now. Some of you are getting into art and painting and creating. And right now we are in Maybone. And at the top it says Autumn Maybone. So you may be just starting out doing this, or you're about to go into an event of painting and you get so in love with it, you want to go more to it, and you start inviting certain people to have fun with you while you're doing it. Or you've been doing this a while and it's getting interesting and we're getting into Maybone. Maybe you're about to go into a painting class that it's a painting that you're just really drawn to because it's like Octoberish and it's spooky, and maybe you're doing something with autumn and Halloween, that kind of energy. But I am seeing that you are having some like issues around the heart and muscular strength, building up your oxygen. So taking some walks, building up your lungs, building up your heart muscles, and getting your eyes checked. Getting your eyes checked. I feel like you're squinting. You're not seeing things in focus. Things are a little too blurry. And this could be a metaphorical, that you're not seeing things clearly, but it could also be an actual physical issue where you're not seeing things clearly. So you're going to want to get that checked. If you've been experiencing these side effects of blurriness, not seeing, you're squinting, get those eyes checked. I know I'm going to be doing that here in Florida, getting new glasses with blue light. So it deflects what I'm looking at on the screen. It will deflect anything I'm seeing on that screen. So blue light's always a good thing to have in an anti-scratch, because sometimes I don't put my glasses in the case, and I'm guessing you might be one of those people that do that as well. So let's get those glasses. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today and getting to know some messages that your guides want you to know. Please comment in the comment section. Let me know what resonated with you, what didn't. I'm feeling like 2 or 3 paths with this one. It's not a direct to one person. I feel like there's some things that resonate, some things that won't, and that's fine, because I feel like a lot of you picked number 3. I really do. I feel like a lot of you picked number 3. So take your time with this path. See what the creativeness they're talking about. Maybe it's journaling, maybe it's writing, maybe it's painting. I'm getting creative path. Maybe it's a new business. It could possibly be a new business where you're starting a bookstore or you're starting an art club or an art studio. Maybe it's creating candles or soaps, because I did get herbs. So you could be doing something with candles and herbs or soaps and herbs. There is a lot to diverse here. And I feel like a lot of you picked this pile and they're talking directly to you, telling you the main message here, you're on the right path, keep going. This has been a lot of fun. I hope your adventure goes well. And let me know what the creative path you're in. If you really resonated with this reading and you know which path they're talking about, fill me in. I'd love to know. And if you really want an individual one-on-one session, and this was just kind of some of it was resonating, but you wanted to know a little bit more about what's happening, what's going on in your life, always go to moonair.com and grab that spirit session. And if you want to talk to your loved ones, again, soul session. Talking to your loved ones can always be a fulfilling experience, especially with those that you still have some unanswered questions and just need that little bit of love and closure from them so that you can move on with your path properly. Sometimes you just need that little nudge from them to know that things are okay. And I like being the spiritual telephone that helps you do that. So pick me up and we're going to connect and see what your loved ones have to say or see what your guides have to say. And I will see you on the next Sip and Cozy Pick a Card. Now that we're done with all three piles, we're going to do a final thoughts on the month of October. See what Spirit has to say about what to expect, what's going on. What are we going to endure? What do we want? What do we want to see, right? So I'm getting that one. Those are a lot of cards. So, but I love this deck. This deck is very nice. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of repeat cards from the last couple readings and some of the different piles. Definitely seeing a lot of pile 1, pile 2. Big time. The tea party of gathering certain energies, welcoming those energies. Hold on 1 minute. So sorry, guys. The dogs were acting crazy. Okay. Also, trusting the unfolding story. A lot of you guys are starting something new for the end of this year that you need to embrace. Pile 3, I'm getting, and pile 2, I'm getting this, dealing with herbs, aromatherapy, bellowing certain essences around you, whether that's physically or energetically. But I'm definitely seeing energies coming towards you, not deflecting away from you, even though you have all been on this journey of discovering who you truly are and deflecting certain energies. But in these last few months, I'm seeing more of an accepting and pulling towards you certain things that you've been wanting and needing. Okay, I'm gonna bob for apples and just see what we get. I'm getting 4 cards we need. Let's see what this one is. Social well-being. That to me is pulling together who belongs around you. Speaking your mind. I'm seeing a lot of blue, a lot of green. Speaking with your heart. Blood flow, circulation, things getting blocked that shouldn't be blocked, things that are blocked that do need to be blocked. So it's this discernment of, I need to block this stuff, but unblock this stuff. You see? And letting things flow gracefully, weighing out an alignment of that flow, seeing what needs to be let go, what needs to stay, seeing this like mellowy way of corresponding that to yourself. Okay, I was a little unsure about this deck, but I'm kind of feeling some good vibes from it. I think I just needed my energy on them because a lot of these decks are brand new. Actually, mostly all the ones I've been using are brand new. All right. These are just straightforward answers. So I've got absolutely, not even a little bit, and it is likely. So absolutely, you're on the right path. It is very likely, it is very likely, it is very likely, I can't repeat it enough, that you have been shown this for the last 2 or 3 years. All of you have been on this journey. I am getting a few of you that have been on this journey for 4 years, but most of you have been on it for 2 or 3 years. There's like very few of you that have been on it. I'm thinking maybe two or three of you that have only been on it for 4 years, of this going towards yourself rather than others, attacking your shadow self in a way that you are done cycling with certain energies, certain people. You're really getting parts of yourself out of the closet and facing the truth, because you really want to get to the core of who you are. You want to discover things about yourself, which are leading you to certain people, certain paths. And you're not even a little bit uncurious. I feel like you're a little bit fearful, but you're not even a little bit lacking in fear that it's enough. I don't even know how I'm saying this. I feel like there's a little bit of fear, but it's not enough for you to not go after what you are seeking or continuing on the path. I feel like you're that curious enough that you want to keep going with it. And fear is not going to kick you down or keep you from going after that. I feel like I'm going to fail at this. I feel like it's not the right path. And they're saying, LOL, definitely not. You need to keep going after this path because it's absolutely the path that you have been shown. They're not going to waste your time or theirs showing you a path that isn't beneficial to you or beneficial to your learning in some way. So if it's in your mind, it's there in your soul contract, and it's there for your guides to show you. Again, they're not going to waste your time or theirs showing you something that doesn't belong. Okay? Let's see where else they want to take me. My charm cards are brand new, so we're going to try these. I've been loving these. Making memories with good people, tapping into your ancestral bloodline. As I said that, I just saw something out of the corner of my eye go yellowy. So if you've been seeing something out of the corner of your eye that looks like yellow or like a strand of yellow, that's an ancestor coming around you. They're trying to show you self-love, and I'm seeing some romance, some new vibes around you, some new love vibes. This is divinational magic coming around you. This is a preparation for what's to come that's better for you. It's the squirrel. And I believe it was group 3 that got the squirrel. This creative path is preparing you for your future of what you've been wanting to take place, what you want to see happen. So this magical love, whether it's self-love for yourself or love for others or love for a romantic love for somebody special, this path is a magical divinational path bringing you to a preparation, a structure, a foundation to center you on the sacred self of who you are. You've started this, you put it out into the universe. This is what I want. This is what I want to experience. Now that it's in front of you, it's not a time to feel fear or feel like you're going to fail at it. It's a time to attack, go on the allowing, the accepting, the action, the attack. Go after it. Do not be passive about it. Go after it. This is their way of showing you. Go after it. Last card, retreat. Retreat, retreat. I feel like your soul is going on a retreat, whether that's physically or internally. You are on a retreat, or you're going towards a retreat of time with yourself, discovering, learning who you are. All right, all groups, thank you for watching. I will see you guys on the next Sip and Cozy. I am kind of curious to see what November has in store, but we'll get there when we get there, right? In divine timing. And please comment below, like this video, share this video with your friends and loved ones if you feel like they can benefit and things may resonate with them, they need an awareness of, or a good message for their heart and their soul to hear. But comment below, let me know how things went for you in October and what resonated with you, what didn't resonate with you. If something didn't resonate with you, it's supposed to resonate with someone else. So take what resonates and leave the rest at the door. That's what we say, or leave the rest at your cup. I will see you guys on the next Sip and Cozy Pick a Card. Bye for now.